So before we dive into seeing RPA in action, I just wanted to clarify what RPA is and in layman terms, what it does. So RPA is the application of technology to manipulate and interpret existing applications through the use of software robots. Unlike traditional software, however, RPA can operate any application through its user interface. In other words, the software robot mimics the actions that a human would normally complete to carry out a process, whether it be mimicking a mouse click, a keystroke, a copy and paste. The rule of thumb is if a human can carry out the task on screen, RPA can as well. So this first demo is a really simple example of RPA in action, where a robot is interacting with Excel, manipulating data, formatting columns, and creating a financial report as an end result. On screen, the robot is flying through each row in Excel and dumping the data into the correct location. This is exactly the same steps that a human used to carry out, only the robot does it far faster, within the deadline, and is guaranteed to complete it 100% accurately. Excel is a really powerful example of where businesses can see a big impact quickly with RPA. The backbones of many businesses are propped up with spreadsheets and large data sets. And because historically these processes have been fundamental and too important to disrupt and overhaul, the processes have stayed the same. And this is the great benefit of RPA. Unlike traditional IT solutions, we're not suggesting you change the system, but change the process instead. Keep the spreadsheets and keep the reports churning away, as these are important systems to have in place, but instead implement RPA to complete the repetitive process within that system and free up the human to complete more value-adding work. So the second half of this demo is going to show some data input into Dynamics 365. The robot, as you can see on screen, is navigated through the application and started to carry out a high volume of data entry steps to input the details of a purchase order into Dynamics. In the background before this step is picked up a purchase order received via email, read the contents of that purchase order, copied all the key information, and is now inputting that data into Microsoft Dynamics. Invoice processing is a fundamental business process, but a hugely expensive one to complete manually. Not only is it expensive, but it's open to mistakes. This means that the chances of valuable data going missing is also very high. And as this is the entry point of this data, this can have significant repercussions further down the line. Hopefully that's given you a flavor of what RPA does and the potential for what it can do.